job before. Do they know what they're doing? The second thing is, can they lead? Have they led? See, you know I know how to do the job because I've been doing it for 18 years, and not at the Queens DA's office. I've been doing it at the Brooklyn DA's office, the New York State Attorney General's office, the U.S. Attorney General's office of the Northern District of New York, and the United States Army. I've been doing it in those arenas. I've seen what right looks like, and the fact of the matter is I've been leading for my entire career. Leading large agencies at the Attorney General's office. That's how you know I'm going to lead on day one. That's why I'm not going to be looking to other people to advise me on how to do my job. Because you elected somebody to do the job, not to get other people to do the job.
Thank you.
I'll agree with Mr. Nieves. This is a very, very important race. There hasn't been a competitive race for Queens District Attorney since 1977, 42 years. And the good voters of Queens County need to ask that very important question. Who is qualified and who is experienced to do this very important job of the top law enforcement official in a county of 2.4 million people, the most diverse county in the country, if not the world? I have worked on both the defense and the prosecution side. I have worked alongside police officers. I have also held them accountable for their misconduct. I'm the only candidate in this race who has led a citywide agency with a $16.5 million budget and 200 employees, 110 employees as Deputy Attorney General, and 1,200 employees as Special Counsel with Brooklyn DA Ken Thompson. I'm the only candidate in this race who's looked into the eyes of a woman who was raped, a child who was abused, a person who was wrongfully convicted, and the victim of police misconduct. And Queens deserves somebody who has experience and qualifications.
So you've heard a lot of similar ideas and policies expressed tonight, and you have a choice to make. Which one person are you going to elect to be the district attorney? And I would submit to you that it's really a straightforward choice. You want to elect someone who's been doing exactly this work. Not the people who built the prosecutorial system that we're trying to tear down. Not people who spent their life working on other issues as important as they may be. But for my time as a public official, we have attacked over-policing and mass incarceration. We have attacked the criminalization of mental illness, addiction, and poverty. We have attacked the cash bail system. I've attacked police misconduct. I'm very proud to have the support of Gwen Carr, Eric Garner's mom, Valerie Bell, Sean Bell's mom, because they know that I'm going to hold police accountable because I've been doing it. And so this is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to elect a district attorney. And if you really want to radically transform the criminal justice system in Queens and be certain that the person you elect is going to do it, elect the person who's been doing it. Thank you all very much.
This is a race about trust. The district attorney, for all the laws that are passed, are going to have a lot of discretion. And there is no doubt that you need to have faith in that person. And I agree with my colleagues. Experience matters. Experience matters. But it also matters to get real criminal justice reform, to make sure that you get people to buy into that system here in Queens, where no one has bought into the system of criminal justice reform for over 30 years. I am not a career prosecutor. I am not part of the problem. Instead, I've spent my last 6 years, the last 25 years, standing up to powerful interests and winning every single step of the way at every single job I have had. You want judges to let people go without cash bail, even if they're not legally required to? You need someone they trust who is leading the team of district attorneys. You want someone to let people into the diversion programs, to get drug rehab, to get mental health illness services, to make sure that they get homeless services so they're not out on the street. You want a judge and a defense attorney and a prosecutor to all work together to make sure that happens. You need someone you can trust. Out of all the candidates that are sitting up here, I am the only one that has a record in the entire borough of Queens and have answered to my constituents every single day.
Thank you.
You have heard a lot of similar sounding ideas tonight, but the difference is in the details. And the fact is that I've learned as a public defender that in the law, even the smallest differences in candidate positions can have massive disparities in how they're implemented in court. So, you know, we are in this position where you have to ask yourself, who do you trust to do these things? Because I can't tell you how many times I've been in court when a new progressive policy comes down and my client, who was the exception to the rule yesterday, remains to the exception to the rule today, and that can't happen. It has to stop. We deserve better. So again, the most important question you can consider in ending mass incarceration, our broken system in Queens, is who do you trust to do these things? Because this is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to transform our system, and we can't afford to have career politicians that haven't been in criminal court or career prosecutors who have thrived in the very system they now say they seek to dismantle, right? Well, so what I am asking you to do is vote in somebody who has always done this work. I'm asking you to vote in this Queens-born, queer Latina public defender to bring the change and justice that we deserve here in Queens, because I promise to bring you all with me. Thank you.